job. Thank you for informing us. I wonder a lot of plastics, and actually my daughter is also into the plastic, banning plastic from the single-use plastic. So I agree with you that we have to be extra careful, and we have to save what we have, unless sooner or later we'll be ready. So thank you for the information. Anyway, thank you for inviting me to be with you today. It's kind of a tough crowd to deal with because we have some young students, parents, and Koreans and not Koreans, and topic is about things, the beauty in the small things, and which we usually ignore and we usually don't think about, but actually small things make a big difference. So what I'm going to do today is to give you some story, and also at the same time, just want you to remember one thing is small thing is not that small, and big thing is not that big. So just think about it, small thing is not that small, and then big thing is not that big. So there is, when we think about what we have, especially living our lives and heading forward for success and moving forward to achieve something. So we always goal-oriented. A lot of times we ignore the process. The process is also very important. I'm going to give you two stories. One is one person and another, one man and one woman. But this person was born in Korea. Both are born in Korea. And actually, let me put it this way. This is my story and my wife's story. Both are immigrants. Okay, I was born in Korea in 1955, so a long time ago. And I lost my father when I was 13. So I was in junior high. And growing up without father in Korea is very rigid society. By losing father is already handicapped. So definitely you're a failure already. And we didn't have much money because my father and mother both are born in North Korea. They came down before the Korean War. So they had to resettle in South Korea for freedom. So we didn't have money. And I lost my father when I was 13. And I have three brothers and sisters. So growing up in Korea, a single mother, you're already handicapped socially, so you have no future. And I was the last group to take entrance examination to attend junior high. I failed first test, then I have second chance. I failed second chance. Then usually you stay one more year and then take test again. Here you can actually go to school, but in Korea you failed entrance examination, you have no choice. But third time, I took tests for, actually there's one school, and it's a brand new school, didn't have any applicants, so there was some extra spots remaining. So I took the third examination, I got it. So it was the kind of, you're talking about the third class school. So I got into that school, and I was the first, there was no students in front of us. I was the first class. So I stayed with junior high school for 3 years. And high school, I failed once. We had to take entrance examination again. Second time, I took test and I got it. So I already failed junior high twice, high school once. And after high school, I took college entrance examination. I failed once, I failed twice. Third, I made it. So how many times I failed the entrance examination in Korea? 5 times, right? You know what that means? I'm a failure. In Korea, I'm a failure, right? Because you cannot continue with your education. And especially in Korea, it's very class society. So if you graduate a certain high school, your success is guaranteed. So it's all tiered, many different tiers. So losing father, no money, failing all these schools, do I have future or not? I have no future. I was a failure. Truly, just no future, period. But my mom decided to come to this country, and we came here. And then the story changed. When I came here in 1975, I joined the Army, United States Army, not speaking any English, just basic English. And I served 3 years. While I was in the military, I went to school, so I finished about 30 units of college units. So I still recommend everybody to join a military because it's a good place, and you can earn credit. There are a lot of benefits. It's your problem not joining and complaining about the society. There are opportunities. The problem is you yourself, not the system, not the country. This country can provide you all kinds of opportunity. But it's me not taking that opportunity and still grudging about this country and blaming about people, blaming about the system. But it's not the system, it's that you have the problem. So that's the problem that we have in this country. Many people don't even know how to appreciate what we have, what government offers, what the society is providing for us, but we're still blaming. So after 3 years of service, I served in Hawaii. It's a nice place. I have no complaint. But just imagine that you don't speak English, you have to serve 3 years. I couldn't even understand attention and studying with attention and a forward march, all that stuff. I had to see it. If they move, I had to move. But that was the beginning. But I finished school there, and after I was discharged from the Army, and I attended school at USC Trojan, and I met my wife there. But what I'm trying to say is, this country, especially the young people, that this country is probably the best country in the world providing the opportunity. It's up to you to go there and grab it and move forward and succeed. But we're not doing it, we're still complaining. And also for parents, sending to school is not all, but also you always talk to kids to be successful, go to school, be somebody special, be a lawyer, doctor, and all that. Then what? It's not what you are becoming. It's who you are that's very important. But our parents always think about financial, especially financial well-being. If you make good money, then you're okay. It's not necessarily true. Pursuing your career and doing the things that what you want to do is very important. Probably, if I wanted to make money, probably I could have made a lot of money, like everyone else. But my heart was with different area, because you know, I had a hard time in Korea, but coming here was already a blessing to me. And I came here, I joined, while I was in school, I had to work to support myself financially. So I started working for KYCC, Korean News and Community Center. I dealt with lots of, you probably don't even know what KK means, Korean killers, youth gang members, and also KGK, Korean girls killers. So we have all kinds of gangs, youth gang members, and they carry guns, and they sold drugs, and many got caught. And I did a lot of counseling for them. That was the beginning of my career in social service. I had a good time because I was able to help a lot of kids, and I felt good about it, but there is no money. So, continuing on with community work, I studied KAC, Korean American Coalition, did a lot to help the community. And I met this young lady who was dumb enough to choose me, to marry me. And I told her clearly that I have no way of making money, so you have to make money. I said, no problem, I'll take care. I still regret that she said that. But I don't regret that. I had my career in nonprofit and political things, but I had a good time with my wife, my kids. I have 4 kids. They all grew up in this country. This is a great country so far, and this will be the greatest country in the world. But the people here living here don't know how to appreciate it. That's what I see. They hate this country, then why don't you go to someplace else? But they don't want to go away, but still complaining. A lot of times we don't know how to appreciate what we have. Even parents, even kids, we don't know how blessed we are. So I strongly suggest, just like you guys, volunteer somewhere and go to especially the foreign countries, then you will start feeling that the America, that how much we give to our people, and start appreciating it and start sharing it. It is very important, but unless you just work for yourself, try to enrich yourself, try to just take care of yourself, this country will be a miserable place. But here I am. I feel that I'm very successful because I met my wife and I have my kids. That's, I think, the best thing I did. But my wife, she was born in Korea. She finished her elementary school and went to Guam. And then she finished junior high and moved to Hawaii, finished her high school, and went to USC. That's where I met my wife. And that young lady who majored accounting, wanted to do business, start a business, but I told her, kind of recommended her to work for political office. Like I saw kind of potential, but she was kind of hesitating. But she started working for back then Senator Ed Royce, and she did well, and he won the congressional seat. And she moved to work for him in his congressional office. And 23 years later, now she's running for Congress. And in 39th congressional district, if she wins, she will be the first Korean American woman serving in U.S. Congress. Just think about it. Somebody who was born in Korea. Somebody who was born in Korea. Never, when she was growing up, she has nothing to do with the English. But she went to Guam and Hawaii and USC. If she got her education and she did her job of working hard and learning what's happening with political offices, now is her opportunity to run for Congress. And last June primary this year, she came in first out of 17 candidates. She will be running against Gil Cisneros, who's a lotto winner. You know how much money he won? $266 million. Not just $26,000. $266 million he won. He lives in Newport Beach, and he spent about $5 million of his money to come in second. My wife spent $1 million, and she came in first because she's been in the community, the district. So that's how she won. Now in November, she will be fighting against him. He said, whatever it takes, I'll spend to win. So it's a tough battle, but I think she can win. I feel that she's going to win. But what I'm trying to tell you is that, especially young people, a lot of times we learn how to blame first instead of appreciate. But learn how blessed you are, even staying here with your parents and attending this this session, coming here, because I have worked with many kids in downtown and South Central, and those are gang members without, how many of you actually heard about latchkey kids?
Latchkey kids?
Yeah. They don't have, probably you know what that means, right? We have to take care of a lot of kids who just carry their keys here because there's nobody at home. Nobody at home. But at least you have parents, you have someone at home. At least somebody is making money for you. At least they're sending you to school. They drive you. They don't have cars, so they have to take the bus. How lucky you are. But we don't see that, how lucky I am. But Mom, I don't have this, Mom, I don't have that. But so it's not about money, it's about what we provide. The family kind of breaking apart this country. That's so sad. We have to build this family. Family is the basic unit. Without family is the foundation. But I see the breaking families everywhere, and that's so sorry. It's not about money. And they take those who have money, they get into a drug. And this one young lady that I counseled, she was about to go to jail, and she drives BMW, and her father has his business. Her mom has separate business. They were making tons of money, and she actually she was spending all the money for this young gang members, and I'm not going into detail, but at the end I had to do counseling before she goes to the prison, and I told her, Mom, that you have to make choice, your daughter or your business. So one of you should quit business and take care of this precious young lady. And And actually, mom decided to quit her business. So that was good. But we have many kids who don't have, many kids who have too much, but don't know how to appreciate. So just learn how to appreciate and move forward with your career that you like to do. And thank your mom and dad. And also parents, I'm providing, we have this, I'm giving you a car, I'm providing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing all this. Why are you complaining? It's not their issues. What they need is not money. What they need is not BMWs or sports cars. They need probably attention. But if you spend too much time running your business and don't take care of your family, maybe it's about time that you think about it. Am I doing a good job as a parent? They need time. They need, because I'm providing all this, you should be thankful and you should satisfy. Don't complain, just go out there, do your study and go to school and be a lawyer, doctor, and that's probably what you hear from your parents. But that's not it. But what I'm telling you is small thing is not small, big thing is not that big. If you start dreaming and start aiming for success, you can get there. But if you complain about tiny little things, that little things become big things. And it'll haunt you and you will be overwhelmed by those problems. So very simple message. It's about you taking care of your life. And don't complain about your parents. Don't complain about your kid, because you have to take care of your own life. And unless you'll be failure. At the end, are you satisfied with your life? Sometimes I sit down and ask myself, I feel sorry for sometimes my kids because I could not provide them with all the necessities that they need. They work, they part-time work, and they take care of their own. They grew up okay. All went to school, finished, and then to marry, and to still dating, and they're going to get married soon. But I told them clearly that I cannot provide you financially, but you learn how to make your career and make your life, and at the same time, all I can give you is just be a good parent. I told my mom that same thing. You haven't done anything financially for me, but because we had to support her financially. But I thank them because they gave us all the love that we need. That's what we need. It's not the money. So parents, please don't forget that they just don't need. Just giving them enough money, they will be happy. When they receive money, they're happy. Until they need additional money from you. But money is not the solution. But I think your attention, your care, you being there is more important. Okay, and kids, learn how to appreciate. Because you're so lucky to have seen many kids who are worse than you guys. And learn how to appreciate to your parents, because to give you something they have to work hard. Driving Mercedes, driving BMW, your friends are driving, so Mom, I need BMW, my friend is driving. That should go away. What have you done to deserve that? Think about it. Why do they have to give you so much? Because it's not what you don't have, but you feel bad because others have better than what you have. That's why you're not happy. Happiness is relative, it's not absolute. So please think about your future, start appreciating, thanking your parents, and they can make the difference for you. And then parents, and they're the most precious. To me, I can give up everything and anything for my kids because they're most important. It is important, but they don't need money. They need love. They need your time. They need your care. You being there is more important. So through this kind of sessions, and I think you guys are okay because you at least spend time coming. You decide to come here at least to attend this session. And that's important because there are many people who don't even consider coming here. So I give you a lot of credit for coming here and listening to wonderful speakers and spending a precious Saturday evening. And that's very important. Coming here together and listening and sharing, that's important. So let's not complaining, let's start appreciating. And let's think about the small things can be big, and small things are not really the small thing. Things are not really that big, because anything is possible if you can work together and if you move forward for your own career. Because you have the duty to move forward with your parents' legacy, but they have done a lot. Everybody has a story. Every family has a story. It's all success story, especially down in Irvine. There are many successful people. I have met many successful people, billionaires, Plus, I met so many people who don't have even 1/10 of what you have. So people here, you're lucky, but that's only financially maybe. But as an individual, just think about what you can do for yourself at the same time. How can I make contribution to the society and to make life happy? So last 60 years, I just turned 62. Last 6 years, if someone asked me, are you happy with your life? I said yes, because I have good parents. I have loving parents. I have loving kids. So I have good kids. More than anything else, I have a good wife. And we have something to do with in our career in politics. But I'll leave with this message to you. One is, if you can find one thing you can bet your life, just one thing, you're a lucky person. If you can do whatever you can entire life to satisfy something that you really truly believe that's important, you're a lucky person. If that thing can change this world a little bit better place to live, you're doing something for the society. That's important. Doesn't matter you're in science, art, or environment, whatever. If that leads you to, your heart is there, move forward. Even though, a lot of people worry about, you're not going to make money and all that. But money is secondary. We only 3 times a day, not 5 times a day, right? Going to a McDonald's or going to a fancy restaurant. Because of my wife, today I went to Montage and probably I ate one of the most expensive meal there. At the same time, I go to Koreatown, I can't eat $5 a meal. It's okay. I don't care. Because eating is only just good enough to, if you can feed yourself at least 3 times a day, to keep yourself healthy, that's good enough. But the thing is, where are you going? Are you happy with your life? I think that's what makes the difference. So, even parents, you have a responsibility for your kids, but your kids are doing really well. You should satisfy and thank them. Kids, you have to thank your mom and dad for providing all this. By doing that, you can move forward. And in the process of moving forward, if you can benefit the society, and think about those who are not fortunate enough, and can help them to help their life easier. So we can all live together. So little things are not that little. Small things are not that small. And the big things not that big. There's nothing impossible. And I think you guys can